Hello, it's Stephanie with Coffee Paper Scissors, and I am working on the 3-ring binder Christmas journal the night before Christmas, and I thought I would bring you with me today. I'm working on sticking pages in between the story. I'm keeping the story all intact, but then I'm adding things, and it's a long process. I actually worked on it for hours yesterday, and I've been working on it for a couple hours today, but it's just adding papers, trying to get a color flow, and that's not really much fun for a video. So I thought I would bring you with me with this particular project. I thought I would use this piece of paper. I've had it forever, no idea where it came from, but I've been having a hard time using it, and I thought I would make what would be kind of like a paper bag, but just out of a 12 by 12 scrapbook paper. So I folded it in half, and then I folded the bottom up. Obviously, a regular paper bag would have a much bigger, fold, the bottom of the paper bag, but it's kind of the same idea. And then I'm leaving it doubled, for its strength. I had to cut a little off here because when you fold it, a little sticks out. Then what I was gonna do is I'm gonna fold this up like this, and I'm gonna take I usually do oval punch when I have something that's kind of bigger, but whatever, for the little thumb punch so that it's obvious, like especially at the top, as 4 layers thick, that it's a pocket. Okay, and then this little area here, I'm gonna glue it. The inside is pearlescent. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. I'm not sure how well the glue is going to stick to that. But I want it, well, oh, so when I folded it up, I had it straight, so the little white edge was showing. Sometimes you just can't win. I might have to, okay, there, that worked. I just played with it a little bit. It doesn't actually really show, but when you put something down in the pocket, I think that it will. And then I'm gonna glue along this edge. It's also where it's going to be hole punched. I'm just going to put a little bit of glue here. I'm going to stitch the whole thing. I won't do that on camera. I've got a couple things to work on here, so I figured I'd get everything mostly ready, do the stitching, and then finish everything off with you guys. So then, okay. So then I will put hole punch here, here, and here. Speaking of hole punch, somebody mentioned they were looking forward to seeing how I figured out where to put the punches. And so I just make myself a little guide, and I judge it on the size of the paper. So I went by the book pages. So this is how tall my book pages were. And then I took my paper and just lined it right up. I don't want things to fall. I lined it right up, and I made little marks on my paper. Well, it's probably on the other side. I made marks. So there's little marks right here, 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 and here, so that I could see. And then I think what I did, let's see, let's measure. I don't remember now. Yeah, so it's about a ½ inch to the center of the hole. So let's just pretend I'm making a new hole. So I made my little dot. I'm not going to make a hole because I will confuse myself. And then I took my paper punch, my hole punch, and I just kind of tried to line it up right on that dot and then punched it. So then every time I go to put something in, sorry about the noise, I just line up my paper, and then I punch holes in it. And then it just depends on what you're putting in. this one doesn't fit, you know, it's not long enough. So you have to decide if you want it up here or down here. And then you would just line your holes up accordingly. Since this one is only a 3-ring, I can't really do an in the middle sort of a situation, but if it was like 5 rings, you know, you create your thing the same way. And then you would have opportunities to like put something just right here, but I can't do that with just one hole. I do have other binders that have multiple rings, so that'll be fun to play with at some point. All right, so this is our little faux bag. We're going to make, and remember that's not done, but I'll actually, let me go ahead and glue this, and then that'll be ready to sew once. I just put a little bit of glue, and I am going to use some clips. Sorry about the noise. Oh, I guess I need to do that on both sides. So I'm just going to use some clips to hold it. I know I apologize a lot, but sometimes people make comments. You know, you're just going about your business, all happy crafting, and somebody makes a comment. So I don't try and break anybody's eardrums. So yeah, this is kind of a shiny paper, and so that'll, you know, sit and dry. All right, so let's move that out of the way, and we will work on the tag to go inside. It's inspired by Pinterest, and I will show you that once I'm finished with the tag. So I just chose a scrap of paper that I thought would kind of go with the color theme of this particular page. So if you see, there's the blue, and then there's the kind of, I don't know what color you want to call this, turquoisey blue. So I think it just kind of makes everything run together. I think that'll look really pretty. So that's what I chose. And then I'm going to go ahead and make it tag shape. And I'll end up backing it, but I'll do that. Probably should have done that first, but I'll do it when I go to sew. I think that'll be fine. Will it? I think that'll be fine. All right, so we're gonna make a snowman. And I am going to be trying to kind of match this color onto these. This is other scrapbook paper that I just did circles. So if you don't have circle punches, I have this one large circle punch. So my biggest one is 3 inches. My biggest snowman circle is 3 inches. And then my other punches are all scalloped edges. So what I did was I took a piece of, you know, a ribbon spool and outlined it. And then I have a, what looks to me like about a 1.5 inch circle. So, you know, use what you have, trace if you need to. And we're going to try and color up this paper. This is brushed corduroy, and that's the color that it is. So I think I'll be able to get it where it goes together, I think. You know, nothing like some dirty snow. I was using some inks and I got a little bit of silver ink on there, but you know, I don't really think that matters. I don't know if I turned the camera on. I did. I'm already at 9 minutes and I haven't even done anything yet, you guys. I'm sorry. I've been just talking. Doing this project, I pulled out some of the really old tools. So I'll show those to you as we go and get that out of the way. And then this one is ground espresso. I'm going to go over the edges with that. Maybe a little darker than I intended, but that's okay. It'll all come together. And then do this one. And we'll go ahead and do this. I've been enjoying myself with the, I'm gonna use my corner punch to get the edges here, but I'm doing it over my trash can. I don't remember what I was gonna say. I have no idea. Oh, so I think what I was gonna say, I've been doing a lot of stitching and changing out the colors, you know, so, and I don't know what's going to happen next, so I can't just do everything and then do all of the red stitching and all the green stitching. I don't work that way, so I keep on having to switch out my sewing threads, my threads. That's okay though. We're going to give them a little carrot nose, so I just, you know, made a little triangle there. And then, so one of the things that I pulled out to use was, it's actually, I think the first time I've ever used it, one of these things that can corrugate paper. They don't work very well. This one was given to me by my friend, and she actually told me, you know, good luck. They don't work very well. And no, they don't. But I found that if I put two pieces of paper in at the same time, it did a little bit better, but it doesn't have a tight enough squeeze. So you put the paper in there and you squeeze down on it. If you haven't seen one of these before, let me see if I can show you real quick. I don't know if I have any more cardstock. Like this one I tried to do and it would barely work. You put the paper in and you squeeze it and you turn this and it corrugates it. Now it's not working too bad on that one. But one of the things that it does is it goes crooked. So it started out fairly straight over here and it ends up totally crooked. But you know, that's all right. That actually would be kind of fun to use, but I'm not gonna. So if you see one of those at a thrift store, that's what it is. If it's not something you've ever seen before. So. And so then I corrugated it, and then I took my silver ink that is somewhere on my desk. Oh, here's a couple of inks. I have no idea where I got them, but there's silver and gold ink. Yard sales, obviously. So I don't know where, but I'm sure you can find them at wherever they sell ink. They probably have silver and gold ink. They're very messy. And I'm not sure, like it's still rubbing off on my fingers, and it's been, I inked it a while ago. So this one I already went around. Let me get those out of the way. All right. This needs, I don't know if I'll be able to get it in there very well. Look from the back side. So that will be glued down here. Let's go ahead and do it. And it's corrugated, so I'm gonna use, I always use a lot of glue, but I'll probably use a little extra since it's not all going to be touching because of, you know, it being corrugated, so it's not gonna go anywhere. We're having a really windy day here today. Oh, as I say that, it's finally slowing down. They said gusts up to 40 miles an hour. So, and all of the leaves haven't fallen yet. I'm trying to figure out where I want. I think I'll do that. So then this is going to be his middle of his tummy. And this will be his head. And so I'm putting it down like that so I can decide where I want the other bits to go. A little bit more ink. think I want it up. Okay, so let's go ahead and glue that top one down. I'm gonna just make a line kind of under here to know I want it up above, or you know, just barely covering that line. Yeah, so it's been really windy, and the leaves haven't all fallen yet, so that's helping the leaves to fall. But my poor neighbor, it blew them all into his yard. And he's always telling me, because I'm always out there in his yard trying to rake up my leaves, because I feel bad that they fall in his yard, and he always tells me, don't worry about it. And I'm like, no, it's my mess in your yard. So he always says, no, it's fine. And but this time he's probably gonna be like, yeah, you're gonna help me with this. It's a lot of leaves. And then also, you know, it shouldn't be his responsibility to get rid of my leaves. Okay, just kind of guessing on that. And they're not lining, like it's not perfectly up and down, but I don't really care. And it's the corrugated kind of goes away a little bit. It relaxes, but you can still see it because of putting the silver on it. So I think it's fine. Okay. I think I'm going to put it right about there. Again, I've got this bumpy paper to go over, so I just really wanting it to stick. And then this one. I looked at it several times and they really overlapped these circles. Hopefully I overlapped it as much as they did. Okay. I meant to leave the edges free just a little bit. Okay, I think they are. Okay, so I have a die that cuts these. And so I am going to glue those down, and I hope that they stick. It's not real easy. They're so thin. But this is the only one I had that was like a twig. I don't have very many dies either, so I was surprised that I had this one. I need more glue up here because I just rubbed it off. Ah, I just rubbed it off again. I can't do it. Okay, I'm just going to do this. And hopefully it stays. I'll get that glue off my fingers. And then the little edge, so this was down here and I tore it off and I was going to add it. So let me get that little torn edge off there. Thought I would just add it kind of, I don't know where. That's good, right? It's not easy. Okay. Hopefully when I pick it up, it doesn't stick to my hand. Okay. And then this one. Hope you guys don't mind watching the whole process. So he's reaching up, if you didn't get that. Ugh. And then one more little piece. And then there's a little torn spot up here, so I'm just cutting that off. And add this one. I thought would be good to add it down here. I don't know if I can get it under there now. Oh yeah, it just barely went. Okay, hopefully that sticks good. Okay, let's get his nose on there. Did I lose his nose? No! Did I just lose his nose? There it is. So his nose is going to be looking straight up like that. I feel like at some point I made a snowman like this before, but I don't know if I actually did or if I saw one and thought, oh, that'd be fun to make. So I apologize if this is redundant, but if I did do it, it was a long time ago. Oh, and I made a comment that I didn't make a journal, a Christmas journal last year. I guess I did. I was looking back through my journals, and I think I did make one last year, but I think I only had time for one, which I hope is not the case this year, but the way I work could be. So I used a hole punch, the paper punch, and did some black little circles for the buttons, or little coal buttons, whatever you want to call them. Let go. Let go. That's a lot of glue. Okay. And then I'm gonna make sure I get the glue off of these. Put that back on. And then another old set of items that I used are these old letter things. So if you're new to doing this, which I was, you know, like when I started doing this, things like this were already not being used anymore. So they were at thrift stores. And my friend who was, you know, trying to get me into doing this sort of thing, she was like, oh, you should buy that. Oh, you should buy that. Oh, you should buy that. But I didn't know what it was. I looked at it and I'm like, well, what the heck are you supposed to do with it? So if you see something like this at a thrift store, that's what you do with it. You have this, and you have one of these little things, and you have a couple of these, and you put this in between with the paper, and you roll it, and you get letters. So again, I mean, I know most of you guys know that, but I didn't when I was new. I was like, how the heck are you even supposed to use that? I have no idea. So I am going to use my tweezers again to glue these down. And I want to leave enough space that I can sew around it and it not sew over my letters. Dark glitter glue is really good for this because it's so liquidy that it comes out without squeezing. So you don't, I mean, maybe I'm getting too much, but I'm not getting so much that it's not workable. Okay, last one. Actually, I think it had it so that the big part of the H was up. Sometimes I have to look at the shape of at these things to see, you know, like for the H, for instance, can be done either way. But on here, they have the fat side up as the way it's supposed to be, so I'll do that. They also had the S turned over, but I like the S better this way. Okay. Let me get that out of the way. What else? Let me get this out of the way. So then I have, I have these. I have a star punch, I have 3 star punches. So there's this one that actually embosses when it punches. It's Momenta. I believe I got them at thrift stores or yard sales. But isn't that cool? So then after I punched it, I just ran it across my stamp pad and it gives like that. And then this one is one of these. Yeah, that size. And then this is just one of these. Most of my paper punches came from thrift stores, you guys, or yard sales. And then this one, I sat this down on paper and traced it, and then I just inked around it, cut it out, inked around it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to stitch around it, and then I'll come back and we'll add these to it. And I think some snowflakes, you know. So then it should be ready to go, and I hope that it looks cute. That's my hope. So I'll be back in a minute. Okay, you guys, I think I'm ready to finish it up. I have things everywhere. I am so sorry about that. What a messy desk. I backed my tag. I punched out some snowflakes to add. So it's this. It's Martha Stewart, and I have no idea if that's anything you can get anymore. Probably not. I've had it for quite a while. I think I inked one side or the other, but I mean barely because my ink pad is kind of dry. Doesn't really need to be inked. And then I cut one in kind of in half where I punched it on the edge. Don't know if those little pieces are going to actually stick. Here I am again. So let's see. I don't know where I want it for sure. So that's where the glue hit first. So that's where it's going. Okay. Oh, and the mouth. I hope I have my little pen over here. I drew it in with a pencil. Wish me luck, you guys. I think it'll be okay. Okay. And then, oh, I need to grab a Q-tip. Hold on just 1 second. It's close, I promise. Okay. And then it had, the inspiration has a little, you know, rosy cheeks. So I have a couple of inks and I thought we would try them. I want to get most of it off before I make a huge mess. So let me get the edges cleaned. Oh my goodness. It's fine. You know, a snowman with rosy cheeks. Oh no, this one is dry. I feel like I've used this recently. Trying to give it a little bit more than just that color. Well, you know, it's fine. It's pretty much what it looks like on my inspiration, so I'm okay with that. Yeah, soft rose. It's a really pretty color. I found it at a thrift store, so I'm not surprised it's dry. Okay, so I backed it and sewed around it, and now I'm going to add a whole bunch of stuff. I have some white and some gold, and then I have a color that's like an ice blue or something. I don't know. I don't know if you can tell, but it's not quite white. And I hope this works, because what a mess if it doesn't. This isn't exactly how the inspiration is, but so my plan is to just put a whole bunch of hot glue on there and it should hold it all. Good plan, right? Here goes nothing. So I just have to push it down in hopes to get a hold of everything. And I think I got it all. I think it's really cute. Okay, and then now we're gonna do the layers. I'm gonna need to fill my glue. That's not it. Actually, I'm gonna put this one on with hot glue. Since it embosses it when it stamps it, it's indented right here. So that hot glue will fill it in. And it just kind of off to the side. And then this one will just kind of go maybe down a little bit. But wait, there's more. A little over the top? Can you say over the top? And then I'll show you my inspiration too. Let's see, I've got these little stickers that I thought would be cute. Just kind of added here and there. They're foam and glitter, and I am going to add glue because I don't think it'll stick otherwise. I'm gonna put that one down. Oh no, oh no. Well, it's gonna stick to my finger, but you know, not the paper. I think I'm gonna have to do little ones now because I took up so much space with everything else. I think I need a little one right there. And then I think I need a little one right up here. Like maybe there. Is it full enough? I think maybe it is. A snowflake might be cute up at the top on the star. Let me see. I'll just see real quick, and if it's not cute, I won't put it on there. No, I don't like it. Doesn't make sense. It doesn't work. Okay. Cute. So there we go. It could have something added right here, maybe. A little December 25th or something. Okay, inspiration. Let me pick up my dirty. So this is the inspiration. Tag Plurations January Challenge. This is from 2018. So kind of fun, right? It's not the same, but the corrugated, you know, their corrugated paper is much better than mine. They probably actually used from cardboard. All right, so let's put it in the book. So many things to put away. One little thing, you guys, this has taken me so long. I think I'm going to put this, if I put it up here, then, what do I want to do? It's just barely going to miss the thing. I didn't notice that. There's not any trim room. Maybe I thought I was going to do right in the center. I think that's what I thought I was going to do. So then I'll show you using this thing, although I think you understood. So when it's not the size of the paper, you just kind of have to, you know, guess. And as long as you're getting all of the paper punched, then you should be good. So you just find the hole and line it up. Okay. So of course I have to make something to go down inside of the pocket here. But here is this. And I think it's really stinking cute. And I have this, let's see. It's very white, so I'm going to use this brush. I mean, not white, I mean, it's kind of white, but it's not the same color as the tag, so I just wanted it to blend a little bit more and see how that looks, and then get the edges as well. I have such a mess to clean off. Oh my goodness, if I didn't say that already. Thanks you guys, if you're still here, for sticking around. I appreciate it. Okay, and then I have, well, I was thinking to put, that's cute, you know, stick a, but I also have these things. I have this bag of vintage wrapping paper things, and so I just looked through to see if I found anything with the blues that I might want to use on it. Maybe if there's anything better. I was at a yard sale one day and found this sitting there. I was like, ooh, I'll take that. That's really cute. But I think I will use, oh, there's a Frosty. I think I will use, so let's glue this down. And then we'll put one of these on. Probably could have come down a little bit, but oh, I was like, wait, there's one right there. It's on the tag. And I don't know. I just think a little Santa would be cute. Because he is looking out the window for Santa after all. So these are the ones that are the lick 'em and stick 'em kind. Remember those? All right, there we go. That was fun. I have pretty much every tool known to man out in my craft room right now. I think it turned out really cute. Thanks, you guys. If you're still here, thank you so much. I will see you soon. Bye-bye.